Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm just going to discuss a few things as far as how I'm going to continue to cover Battlefield on the channel in its current state. I'm not very pleased with the outcome of Battlefield 2042, and obviously the community at large is extremely disappointed in the game. I've honestly just gotten bored. There's not enough content to keep me engaged and wanting to come back every day and play the game. I've put maybe like 110 hours in so far. I think I'm level 84, and I've just done everything I've wanted to do with the game, and we're not getting a new DLC drop until March. That's only going to be one map, a few weapons, and I think some new specialists that are being put into the game, and I just don't have any desire to continue playing. I mean, I'll hop on and check out the weekly challenges. If any of those interest me, I'll probably hop on and do those. But other than that, until there's some serious improvements with the game, I'm more than likely just kind of done with it at this point. Which is why you're seeing Black Ops Cold War in the background of this video today. I actually reinstalled it a couple days ago and decided to give it another shot since everything else has been kind of disappointing. I haven't played this game since season 1, I believe. I made it to level 55 and just kind of gave it up. It was incredibly frustrating at the time with the skill-based matchmaking. And I've went back and put about 10 or 15 hours into it so far, and surprisingly so far, I'm not sure if they've toned the SBMM down with the game or if it just hasn't been as noticeable for whatever reason, but it's been a lot more enjoyable than it was when the game first launched for me personally. There's a lot of new content as far as maps go that, I can jump into and experience. Some of those are, rehashed maps from previous games, but those are all maps that I still enjoy. So for now, I'm just going to hang out on Cold War and, see how that goes. I've been having a lot of fun with it so far, and honestly, one of the biggest games I'm looking forward to this year is the new Modern Warfare. I was a really big fan of Modern Warfare 2019. I know a lot of the original Call of Duty players hated it. I loved it. I thought it was a really good breath of fresh air into the series, and it kind of changed things up a lot, and it's more my playstyle. I just enjoyed it, and I'm hoping that they can continue that with Modern Warfare 2 and they don't release another broken product at launch like Black Ops, especially Vanguard. Vanguard has been one of the buggiest games. I personally haven't played it, but I have been keeping up with the news related to that game, and it's just a disaster. And so far, it just seems like the devs aren't really doing that much to fix the issues with the game, which is, strikingly similar to Battlefield. Again, it just seems in the modern AAA era, devs just release broken products, and they know people will buy them because, with a name like Call of Duty or Battlefield attached to it, they're the two main shooter franchises on the market. And of course, people are going to buy into it just based off the name alone. And, they hype everybody up with all the trailers like DICE did. Not what we wanted in the end when we get the product. It's not finished, it's not ready to be released, and it's just a disappointment overall. So I'm hoping that they can deliver with this title and not disappoint the community further, and that they just release a polished working game on launch that everyone can just hop in with their friends and enjoy, right? Hoping that DICE can do the same for 2042. I know that they've turned games around in the past, but again, like I've said and other people have said in the community, I'm not sure they can do it. I think the core issues with the game are just going to cost too much money for EA to be willing to put those funds towards actually giving the changes the community wants. At the end of the day, EA is all about money. We all know that. We've seen it over the past, several years, how greedy EA is as a company, and they don't really care about the player experience for their games. It's just, how can we monetize this and monetize that to get the maximum profits for our company and our shareholders, right? And I just don't see EA being willing to put the effort and money into the game to make it what it should have been from the beginning. So I think basically what's going to happen is They're more than likely going to run the 1 year of DLC support, right? Because that's already been promised to us. They kind of have to do that, but I think it's going to be the bare minimum for them just to get the content out there to try to satisfy some of the player base. And they're pretty much probably going to abandon it like they did with Battlefield 5, which they abandoned for this game, by the way, if you didn't know. So we'll see what happens, but I don't have much hope for the future of Battlefield 2042, and at this point in time, the franchise as a whole. I truly hope that DICE and EA can prove me wrong and actually put the efforts and funding into this game to make it what it should have been from the beginning. It just doesn't look good for the future of Battlefield, period. But that's going to be about it for this video, guys. I'd love to know your thoughts about the whole situation regarding Battlefield 2042, so leave those down in the comments section below, and I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay of Black Ops Cold War here. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Deployment.
Marking target location. Don't do it for me. Got to win for Uncle Sam.
Mark.
Good shoot. 3 targets.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Poor.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Mission timeline expired. Spy plane RTB. War machine ready for use.
Sit rep, napalm strike inbound. Strafer incoming on your location. Withdraw! The Reds have got us beat.
Anyone want to quit?